Okay, welcome back to the Marine Superstores channel. This is Nick, Boatability, just carrying on with the radio that we've now installed, entered the MMSI number, etc. So let's have a look at sort of some of the functionality that it does. So you've got high and low power. So on there you can see it changing just up there where it goes high-low. So obviously for transmitting, if you want to, basically if you're on 16, it would automatically change to high power, whereas if I go like 12 it stays on low. As soon as I get to 16 it should change to high power, but I can still switch it down to low power on 16 if I'm just calling another vessel. You've got your menu and set, so how you set the radio up. So if you want to go into the setup, push and hold, and then that'll go into your DSC setup. That's where you can add, edit and remove people. You've got your group MMSI or group set up for that's up to 9 vessels, 10 groups. So you've got waypoint set up. You can set up your channels for when you want to do scanning of channels, and obviously set up your GPS, check your signals, etc. AIS, so you can go into those sort of things. And then you've got your NMEA set up, so if you're plugging into the back of it, so you can plug things like your ship's foghorn, your engines and stuff into the back of the radio. AIS, automatic transmission identification system, so that's if you're going abroad you need to have AIS enabled, so that's a good setup, and most standard horizon radios do that. And obviously you can change the configuration, and obviously if you want to learn a bit more you go about. So to come back we just simply press the back button. You can see it's on 16, ready to make a distress, gives us our lat and long, gives us our date and our time in universal time coordinated. So clear and channel 16, you've got your squelch. So if we adjust it, you can hear it change, so I can adjust my volume by doing that, but it's mainly the purpose of the squelch is obviously to remove any white noise that you could hear. So now on here I can change the channels using this one, and then you've got your on off button. Okay, and then it's got like say functions in the menu, but you've also got these buttons down here which are also functions, and you've got your standard distress button. Don't forget, if you just push and hold it from cold, that'll take 5 seconds, whereas if you select from the menu, which I'll try and show you in a moment, then it would take 3 seconds and you can select what's wrong with you. Now unusually, standard horizon are pretty good at this. If I push the distress button once, it comes up with and it says undesignated. But if I press and hold, you can see it says for 3 seconds. That would just send a distress to every vessel that's got DSC in its range, sending your MMSI number and your position, and that's it. If I now look at the menu button, so you've got your let's start there, DSC call. So this is where if I wanted to select what was wrong with me DSC wise, is I've got an individual call, which obviously I need the other vessel's MMSI number, a group call, so if you belong to a group of vessels that have a group MMSI number you can do that, all ships, so in there we can make it a safety or an urgency, which is a bit unusual because the one thing that most people associate with all ships is it would have a distress button, but it's not, it stands alone. Position request, so if I've got the MMSI of another vessel I can ask where they are. Likewise I can send my information to another vessel. I've got my distress alert message, so you press that and now I can select fire, flooding, collision. So these are all the generic ones in most VHF radios. The last one tends to be the man overboard. So if I selected that and then press and held, and it would prompt me to hold it, that would now send who I am, where I am, and what's wrong with me. So that's a good feature. So then we've got group monitoring. So clearly you need to belong to a group. You need the MMSI number in the radio, or the group MMSI numbers, and it will monitor those groups for you, which might be useful for the big sailing regattas, etc. AIS. Now on this one, it doesn't lend itself, you can't see the menus, it doesn't exactly lend itself to tell you what it's doing. So if I push on there, for example, I can say the range, go back, and it says 0.25, so that's the last one it was looking at. So I'm going to go back. So if I want to look at my target list, click on there, and these are the vessels that it can see. So if I want to know where Swift Lady is, I can select it, and I should be able to tell. It gives you the information, but it's that last one that I think that I selected. Go back in. If I then say range, that should be where it's looking at. That's how I understand it. You can't move any further along, so it just gives you that information there. Push it again, and then you've got function. So under here, that bypasses the AIS. So I'm not in the AIS anymore, but as you can see, I can now do different things. So I've got my PA. So if you've got your horn attached to it, I can now, I suppose, call people over the tannoy. I can go to foghorn. I'll just bring that back up. Hang on, let's clear that. So I should be able to function, and then go into my foghorn. So now I can, if it's in attached to your horn, I can now tell it to, well, it will do a, I believe every 2 minutes it will send the relevant signal, and then stop, sail, and if you're towing. So that's a good feature. We'll come back out of that, and then do that one again, function, and then I can do, where am I? This is where I have to use this one. Go back, so I want to do a mark. So it's now giving you your Latin position, so I can actually save that. So if I select it, go finish, so now that's given my position. Select it again, and then it will give you, you can rename the mark. So you can save waypoints basically. Do you want to cancel the input? Yes. So we'll go back into function. So we've gone mark, move along. NCR is the, I can't quite remember what that one is, so we'll have a quick look. So noise cancelling, so transfer or receive mode. So go back on that one. Function again. Location, so you can basically, I think it's location or distance from the known positions of the MMSI. And obviously we looked at the horn. Dual watch, which is useful. So I'm on currently 16, so I'll just come back out to show you. So if I go to, let's say, channel 11, which is the King's Harbour Masters or Portsmouth VTS now. Dual watch, it now tells me I'm using channel 11, listening to 16. Okay, so yeah, standard feature for most radios. Click on that one, so I've got the MOB again. So click on that one, and that basically, it will give you to the waypoint where you put it if you hit that man overboard, and it will tell you the position and time to get there. So as you can see, the information there. I'll quit that and back into it, and then you've got memory, so you can actually get it to memorize your, let's say, your used channels, and you can also set it up to scan channels. So again, this is stuff is when you're going into that is, you know, that's where you use your user manual. You can go to night mode, which is quite useful. But to be honest, it's still quite bright at night time. We do use standard horizon at night. I'm not saying then we're back through mark and so on. So all in all, it's for a small radio, it does an awful lot. They could have made it simpler, like with the distress button. Push it once, it gives you the options for the menus, rather than, you know, if you're in a panic. I said to you on here is if I now want to go into my menu, so on there, so I've got the AIS. If I wanted to make a DSC distress call with my options, I need to select it, and then go down to my distress alert. I think that should be at the top. So we've done that one. So MMSI position input, that would be if you don't have an MMSI number in this radio. But if you've got a DSC radio, why would you not put it in there? And then your GPS information, select that so you can look at your compass. It will give you GPS information and the status of the GPS. You can see the satellites that it's looking at and so on. So it gives you its sort of accuracy. So that's got a good position. So we'll clear that. Come back out. We'll turn that down or change the channel so we don't get disrupted. Back into here. other than that, like I say, it's just really the menu. But if you're going back into here, MMSI position, and then you've got your navigation, so you can put a waypoint in it, it'll give you a route. Well, again, that's what I say, it's not really a chart plotter, but I suppose it gives you the function if that's all you've got on your boat. Yeah, so you know, it does what it says on the tin, but I think you're going to have to read the user manual to get au fait with it, and you must use it regularly to remember where things are. So, but yeah, other than that, it looks good. And the handset, you can change your channels up and down. You've got your press to talk button there, channel 16, and then you've got your high and low power, so you can change things there. But yeah, other than that, yeah, pretty good. Thank you.